Hey there, it's Casey Kerr here from FindYourRoar.com, and I want to talk a little bit about something that I've been struggling with, and so I know there's a good chance that you might also be struggling with it. I've invested in my business in a big way by joining a business development group. The founder of this program is a very well-known and hugely successful business coach, marketing, and mindset expert, and she's awesome, and she is walking, talking, living proof that what she teaches works. And I've learned a great deal by being in the program, and I see the beauty of everything that she's put together. It's extremely well organized. I mean, everything has its place, everything fits in with everything else. There's a sequence. It's all lined up beautifully, and it's totally repeatable. And I really do believe that, and I recognize her for the expert that she is. So I felt really blessed to be able to do this program and to be in this group with all these other amazing women and men, a few good men. So all summer I've been, working my butt off, creating new programs, new products, new things. And there were so many more things that I wanted to do and have sort of half done. Or part of the way done, and they came to a full stop because I didn't have all of the pieces in line that that I was supposed to have. So I had a bit of a breakdown a couple of weeks ago because there was a program that I've been wanting to do since I don't know, June. And I thought it was going to be so simple, to put it out there because it didn't seem to require a lot of bells and whistles. And I knew I needed to make one quick change for it, I needed to change the name of the energetic footprint to the new name, the Missing Link Activator, and I needed to have all of the documentation behind it for that. And so I thought, okay, once this is done, I'll be able to just go ahead and do this really cool thing that I've been looking forward to doing. And then there were a whole bunch of things that prevented me from getting that name change happening. All these little technology glitches, which, by the way, is my kryptonite. And so I kept allowing this program to be held up. I mean, it's mid-September now, and I've been wanting to do this since June, and it seems so simple to execute. I thought it was going to be like, check. And so having this little breakdown that I had last week really forced me to take a look at what was going on, The truth of it was that I was doing something that I always do. I was overcomplicating it. I was waiting for all of the pieces to be perfectly in place before I pulled the trigger. And it's amazing how when you do that, you're always relying on other people. It's always bigger than just you. It kind of snowballs. At least it does for me. And I've seen it with my clients. So there's a really good chance that you have this problem too, where, you just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. And, when somebody asks you about it, or you go to see like, okay, what's the holdup? What do I need to do here? You're like, oh, now I remember. I'm waiting for this and for this and for this and for that. And I can't do that until I do this. But to do that, I have to do this. And so there's all these things that are, lined up, and they're making it complicated. And it seems totally legitimate and completely rational. But you know what? It's total bullshit. It's total bullshit is what it is. I can't believe I just swore in this video, but I did because that's what I meant. It is your inner perfectionist trying to keep you in this little box of perfection, so that you don't put something out there that makes you feel foolish or look stupid. And so what do you do instead? You don't put anything out there. And then people don't have access to you. I definitely was not serving myself by trying to line up all of these things perfectly in order to get it out there. And I certainly wasn't serving you. And so this experience really forced me to see that. and to make a commitment to myself to look for the easiest way to do things, always. So, here's my point. You know, if you're investing in your business and you're getting great material from experienced people who are experts, take advantage of what they have to offer you. Use their tools, use their templates, learn from their lessons, right? Take what you can get from their stuff and make it your own. But, and this is a big but, don't ignore your own inner expert, you know, your own inner guidance, so that you can give more credence to somebody else. And especially if you're not taking action and you're not putting your stuff and yourself out there and you're holding back until you have all these things lined up for you, then you're not serving yourself and you're not serving the people who need you. So take a step back. And my assignment to you this week is to look around, look all through your business, and look in your personal life, in your relationships, and your, you know, everywhere you can. But let's start with your business. And look at the things that you haven't pulled the trigger on, you haven't executed, you haven't put out there because you're waiting for X, Y, and Z. And then ask yourself, is there a simpler way for me to do this? How can I do this in the quickest, easiest way, even if it's not perfect and beautiful, to just get it out there? Because you know what? You can always tweak it later. So, if you're finding some of these things, but you just can't see how you could possibly simplify them, then reach out. Because you likely have something that is blocking you, and it's probably having a bigger impact than you might realize. I know my make things more complicated Casey was, or is, pervasive throughout my entire life. It's not just in my business, it's everywhere. Just remember that there are people out there who need you. They need you right now, and they have to be able to find you. So you owe it to them to do everything that you possibly can to make that possible, to make it possible for them to find you. So my offer still stands. Reach out if you need the help. If you don't reach out to me, reach out to somebody else, because you've got way too important of a job, way too much to do to be held up by these little things that really, in the scheme of things, aren't all that important. Nobody expects you to be perfect. They just want you to be you. So, with that said, big hugs and a big roar. Casey Kerr out.